Hello and welcome to this webcast. I'm Antoni Cimolino, the General Director of the Stratford Shakespeare Festival, and it is my great privilege today to be here with Ben Carlson, who I think we can all say is one of the finest young actors in Canada and the actor playing Hamlet this year.
Hi, Antoni.
Hi,
Thanks.
welcome. Thank you so much for taking time to do this.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Good. We're going to have a chance to come back and ask lots of questions of Ben. So in the next while, we're going to be showing you backstage. We're going to take you back to have a look at the design for Hamlet, get a sense of the period, get a sense of what this production is going to be like. We were hoping to get Adrian here, Adrian Noble, who is our director of this year's production. Unfortunately, we're in that tech period where you guys are hard at it every day. Yeah. So we'll grab him later on and do an interview and have that at another point. But today, we get a chance to spend lots of time talking to Ben. So please send us in your questions in the next while you watch what is about 6 minutes worth of video. When we come back, we'll be live and we'll be able to ask all the questions that you've already sent in of Ben. So here we go. Hello, we're here with Helen Flower in our millinery shop. And millinery, of course, is about hats. Hi, Helen.
Hello, Nancy.
So we're looking at Hamlet, and these are some beautiful hats here, and you've made this here for Gertrude.
For Gertrude, yes, just before she dies spectacularly on stage. So we had to make it so she could actually take it off before she dies.
I see. You wouldn't have thought that as an issue, but
no, but she falls on the floor.
Right.
So rather than falling and this falling as well, we had to make the decision that she was going to come in, take it off on stage, and then hand it to someone and then do what she needs to do. This slouch
it will be worn that way?
Yes,
I see.
This is the front here.
I see.
So this is on the side.
Okay.
So it come down, this was the original, just for a basic shape.
Okay.
And because of the size of the wig and the volume of the coat here, the proportion of this is better than this one.
What's the period? What's the inspiration behind it?
This is the hats in the play are slightly later. It's they're 1918-ish, which is the period when they were going from the big wide hats like this one,
right,
which is really big, full, coming in slightly before going to the tight cloches of the 1920s.
I see.
So they're still big-ish, but the volume's coming in a little bit.
They're in transition.
Yeah, and at this period they still have a lot of hair at the side of their heads, so that accounts for the shape of the hats. Which, if you look at the crown on this, it seems to be really big, but it's all hair in there.
It's funny. It's not quite circular, is it? It's an oval.
No, well, it's an oval this way.
Yes.
Whereas normally your hats
you have one like that.
This way. So it's actually very difficult to wear this on a normal head without the hair, because your head's in here.
And it seems to be built for a specific hairstyle, which would have had, as you said, hair along the side.
Yeah, which is why we have these things to hold it on a bit more securely on the hair. This one is quite small inside here, the actual shape of it.
Let's have a look.
Oh, you can't see it,
wow,
all,
you're right.
You see how small it is in there compared to what it is. So this is a basic, this is the inside bit covered in fabric is one piece, which is the crown, and all this is draped on it afterwards.
How did you come to be a milliner?
I trained as a textile designer, which actually is designing the fabric, the patterns that go on the fabric. And then I decided I wanted a career change. So I came and talked to Anne Moore here at Stratford.
Right.
And she said, would you like to be a milliner?
Wow.
Said, oh, okay. So I was trained here about 5 years ago.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So this is one of the few places you can actually work as a milliner. So it's a wonderful opportunity.
Helen, thank you very much. Good to meet you.
We're in the other section of the wardrobe. We're looking at costumes, this time male costumes that are being built by our cutter, Terry Dans.
This is Osric. We're just at the point of getting his buttonholes put in to finish. Decorating has done these nice bits of detailing, which normally would have been
beautiful.
Embroidered somewhere in England, but these are little pieces they've been able to find.
It's very waterfly, which is what he should be. That's great.
So he's got this, and he's getting a nice decorative belt that's coming from boots and shoes. So.
Now, in terms of the rank,
And of course, this isn't taking place in England. It's taking place in this case in Denmark, and an imaginary version of Denmark, deeply influenced by the Romanovs.
Exactly.
So it's done as much, I guess, by
Yeah, I think it's, you have to look at the research to see what works and what's right for the period, and I think the designers then go from there, because you don't want to reproduce something specific,
right.
because people will write in and say, why is he's an admiral, he's got admiral braid and he's not the admiral. Do you know what I mean?
So it's a fantasy informed by
Exactly.
reality. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And why are you leaving all these little ropes on here, or threads?
These are actually construction stitches.
What does
This
that
is
mean?
Diagonal basting. So this holds the outer fabric, the wool,
Yeah.
to the inner structure
I see.
of the garment. So that'll be a wool and horsehair canvas.
So you could just take that out then.
It's almost ready to come out.
When would it come out?
It comes out when everything's done. When the buttons are in, because you don't want anything to shift while you're
I
making it.
see. I always wondered why those were.
Yeah.
I see.
And you can see it in this. This is Polonius's frock coat.
Oh yes, tell us about this.
So what I'm doing now again is just working on getting our final placement for buttons and buttonholes, and then Karen will go off and put them in.
This is remarkably detailed kind of intersection. You've managed to make the lines here match the lines going up there.
Exactly. Yeah.
How long would a construction of a coat like this take?
I'd say it's about 70 hours.
70 hours.
Yeah, about
So
that.
somebody works 2 weeks.
Almost 2 full weeks on it.
On this.
Yeah.
Now,
And-
Terry, you specialize in men's tailoring. And was there a particular reason you got into that? Or is-
Desmond Healy.
Yes?
Desmond Healy. I sewed dresses for Desmond Healy for the ballet, one of my first jobs, and I had to gather all the ruffles for the can-can dresses. And I never wanted to gather another ruffle again.
So
yeah.
it's a refuge from the ruffles.
It is.